Okay, now let's find out exactly what makes this stick. So let's go back to code view. Now, so what I have here is this is the anchor tag, href, okay, and let's not too worry too much about that. Now this is the tag. This is the start tag is anchor. This is the end tag /a. The end tag tells the browser Firefox that the link ends here. So if I were to type something out here, Google Web, Google search, okay, if I go to design view, you notice that search, okay, is not part of the hyperlink. Simple as that. If I go back to code view, now the end tag, if I move this one to here, okay, and go back to design, you notice that search is now part of the part of the link. It's, I'm sure it's not overly shocking to anybody. Now, href is what you call an attribute. So this is an attribute of the a tag. How I like to teach attributes is attributes are like options. So you go to McDonald's and you say, I'll have Big Mac meal. Now, you have several options. For the drink equals Coke. Side equals fries. But drink could not only equal Coke, drink could equal root beer or 7-Up and that kind of stuff. So in this case, drink equals Coke. Alright. The href attribute or option is equal to google.com. So as you may have guessed, you put whatever website here you want or even file. We'll get to that later. Okay. And then in between here, in between the tags is basically the element. This is the text. We said this before. And that's basically how it works. So what I want to show you at this point is something kind of, well, again, at least I find it cool. Something kind of cool in Dreamweaver here is if you hit spacebar. So notice where I have the space right in here, right after that end quotation mark. If I hit spacebar, okay, I get a nifty little menu again of all the different options that I have. Okay, many different options. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play with one to let you know what just to drive the point in. So I'm going to play with the target option, and the target equals blank. All right. So you notice here another cool thing about Dreamweaver is how I did this. I didn't type in target and I didn't type in blank. I used Dreamweaver kind of as an automatic way to do it for me. That's kind of nice, kind of lazy, but it avoids typing errors and stuff like that. And people that are hardcore into this kind of stuff say, oh, you don't learn anything and that kind of stuff. But like I said before, the focus of this assignment, or the focus of this course, programming, is not HTML. We just need to know a little bit about it. Alright, now what does this target do? What does this attribute do? And what does this value do? Well, let's have a look at it in the web browser, and we'll check it out. So from Dreamweaver, hit F12. Okay. Now when you click on Google search, it opens a new tab instead of same one, and that's it. Pretty cool. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to my Dreamweaver. All right, now the next one here is it says to add an image. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do right underneath that. I'm gonna add an image to my HTML. So well, I don't really have an image. So first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to my Firefox, Google, and I'm going to search for an image. So from Google, click on images, do an image. I'm going to search for, I don't know, it's pretty early in the morning, huh? Search for coffee. Alright. Just for no reason at all, I'm just click on the first one. Alright. Let's see, full size image. Okay, so here's the coffee. I'm going to right click it. I'm going to save the image as. Now I'm going to save it to my Z drive. Okay, where the drive that I created the HTML refresher. Okay, and I'm going to save it as coffee lover. Now, it's a quick little thing, a little annoyance of mine. When you're doing HTML website program stuff, never spaces in file name. So I'm just going to get rid of that space in the file name there. All right. As for spaces and file names, all you need to remember is never spaces in file names anymore when it comes to this kind of stuff. Programming, HTML, websites, any kind of programming, and we'll deal with that later, okay? Alright, so go back to Dreamweaver. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to insert an image. Now let's say I don't really know how to insert an image. So again, let's go back to HTML. Okay, w3schools.com. Click on HTML, and where is my images? Images right down here. Okay. Again, I'm an example kind of a person, so I like to see examples. So how do you add an image? Well, this is how you add an image using the img tag. So let's do it. So what I'm going to do in Dreamweaver, okay, is I'm going to go open bracket img. All right. When I hit space, okay, I'm going to get a different kind of menu. All right. I'm going to get this kind of menu, and again, all of the options or attributes relating to the image tag is going to show up. Now in this case, now what do I do now? I have no idea. So let's go back to HTML W3 Schools. Okay, source src. I gotta look for one called source. All right. So image. Okay, now back to Dreamweaver. You can see that the menu has disappeared. No problem. Backspace, forward space, or backspace in the space bar. I get the menu again. So I'm gonna scroll down the list and I'll look for source. There it is. src. Okay, now it's asking me to browse. So I'm going to go hit on browse, and here's my folder, HTML refresher. In that folder is an image. Now, a quick tidbit here, anytime you're doing website related stuff, make sure that the images that you're using, or actually any file that you use, is located in the same folder as your website stuff, as your file. So here is my HTML file, and in the same folder is the image. So click on the image, coffee lover. Okay, there you go. Close the tag. So you notice when I hit close tag that it closed it for me. Now the image is a different kind of a tag. You notice that there's no /image. Okay, there's no there's no closing tag. Not all tags have close tags. Body and /body. Okay, there's a close tag. H1 start /H1 A and /A. Those all have close tags, but image, okay, does not have a close tag. This is just the way it is. Okay, now let's go back and let's view this web page in my browser, and there you have it. All right. Now this is not too pretty. I have Google search and I have this huge image right beside it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use this opportunity to use the break and the horizontal rule tag, the break and the HR tag. So what I'm going to do is go back to Dreamweaver. Okay. Now the tag, the link is here. Okay, and the image is here. You notice that they're on two different lines. So what I intended to do is I intended for the link to be above the image. What I didn't intend is I didn't intend for the link to be right beside the image. Now here's how HTML works. Now unless you specifically tell the computer, your browser, okay, that this image is supposed to be on a separate line, it's not going to do it. All right. So here's how you do it. So in code here, I'm going to go at the end of my HTML line, or at the end of the link line here, this line here, I'm going to add a break. Go BR bracket BR again. This is also another tag that does not require an end tag. So when I add the break, I'm going to save my file. Make sure you save it, and then you go F12 to view it in the browser. And you see here now the image is underneath that. Underneath my Google search line. Now, okay, here's the scenario. I want to add another break. One is not enough. No problem. Okay, let's add another break here. Save it. View it. There. You see now the difference between this one is I added a second break, so it's moved down. Not overly exciting. Okay, so that's about it for this video. I will see you in the next video.